Yo, what's up? It's been a great week. You may notice that I am a sidekick down. Rick could not make it on the stream this weekend. Not sure if, I guess he's got a lot of stuff going on, but we've got a great show tonight. You probably saw everything. We've got Pretty Puma as a special guest, and we're going to be talking with her about Marvel Rivals. She's a Marvel Rivals player, kicks butt at it, so that's awesome. Since we saw you guys last Thursday, Rick and I burned up the roads over the weekend. We went down to Chattanooga to ShutterCon. ShutterCon was a lot of fun. I'm going to see if I can share this right here with you guys.
Resolute Bliss is here at ShutterCon. Will you please let me finish? Resolute Bliss is here at ShutterCon. We're having a little fun. Read Paradox. The Kickstarter's up, okay? Dude, you understand? We're having an argument. We'll figure it out. We'll get back to you. www.resolutebliss.com.
As you can see, we had some fun down there. The real reason we went was we went to support our other cousin, James Joseph. He's set up with Nevermore, Ethan and Alan. James has got a bunch of cool vampire books, so he was set up there. That's all three of us with the mystery machine, you could say. It took place down at Camp Jordan Arena. I mean, I've been to Camp Jordan Arena. You know what they do? They host FarleyCon and some other stuff. So it was really nice to see a horror convention in there. Took a couple of pictures here if I can get them to roll through there. Let's see here if I can fix that. Yeah. Click away here. Nope, it says no, I can't share that. Well, that's not very nice. Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, nope, didn't want to share that either. Let's try it this way. All right. This was one of the big shots there. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. There we go. That was one of their group shots they had done there at ShutterCon. This was just a cool dog at ShutterCon. You got to take pictures of the dogs. We all know Mars Attack and love it. Scream Queens. These were the Scream Queens there. There's your 2025 Scream Queen champion. Here's some other awesome costumes. The kid that was E.T. was, that was my favorite. Then there's Rick again there with James there at the Nevermore Hollow. Nevermore Hollow's got a big podcast. Of course, Rick had some of his old horror books out there, and James had his vampire book there. But it was a good show. I had never been to it before. I don't think Rick had been to it either. So it was a good day to head down in Chattanooga. But we had to turn and burn because we had to get back here to see FrankenCon that was here in Knoxville. FrankenCon was over at the Hilton at the airport. And, of course, our buddy that was on last week, Les, was there. Says, let me see if I can make sure I pop this on there right. All right, we went down to we were at FrankenCon to see our good buddy Les, see what was going on with him. FrankenCon was very busy. There was a lot going on, and of course, Les dropped an exclusive cover. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. Make sure I got the right one. All right, this was Les's Bride's exclusive FrankenCon cover that he had done. You could get this only at FrankenCon, so it went over pretty well. While we were there, we talked to a bunch of podcasts, just socialized with some people, hopefully made some good connections for us and for them. Rick also, Kaylee Guerrero was there, and we'll see if I can bring that picture up. There she is. So Rick thought it was cool if he got his picture taken with Kaylee Guerrero. she's holding the shot we saw last week from Oz with Dorothy and the lady who collects the heads. So that was pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, Kaylee Guerrero is Eddie Guerrero's daughter. So if you were a wrestling fan, that's the connection there. She's been in a couple of horror movies. Of course, Rick was trying to pitch the Paradox and Oz tour for her to be in. But yeah, it was a good time, no doubt. We got to see a lot of stuff. Um, it was busy. We crammed all that in on one Saturday, so it was nonstop go go. But everybody seemed to be pretty happy. Keeps dropping me for some reason. I'm sure there. Les seemed to be pretty happy with the turnout, so we're glad for that. And his cover went over well. Other than that, I've been chugging along on some more free comic book day books, trying to get them knocked out. Got a few of them knocked out. Um, I don't know. Energon's still my favorite. I know Rick was all about Planet Death. Yeah, it's been a busy week and it's been a good week. But you know what we're here to talk about tonight is Marvel Rivals. So without further ado, let's bring on Pretty Puma. Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, so Marvel Rivals has taken I guess, the free games by storm, right?
Absolutely. I definitely feel like it's giving Valorant, even Fortnite, a definite run for their money.
Yeah, I mean, Fortnite's getting some age on it too.
It's
Um,
holding in strong. I mean, it's no Minecraft, but
That's true. Minecraft, wow, movie and everything now,
hmm
and everybody seems to love the movie. I don't hear anything bad about the movie. It seems like the fans are
I
digging
mean,
the movie.
Jason Momoa, Jack Black. I mean,
Gotta
they're
love Jack
incredible.
Black. I think even Jack Black's bad movies I like.
I am Steve. And then the chicken jockey reference. Oh, the theater went wild.
Right, I hear the chicken jockeys. Right, yeah, I guess. And you just said the theater went wild. I guess some of the shows they're getting pretty rowdy at.
Oh, they right yes. Okay, okay. Mine didn't get that wild, but I definitely was very surprised at the amount of older teenage boys and, you could just see it was definitely a age range that had grown up with the start of the game and that was now it's like, yeah, I can drive, I'd afford these tickets and, that's the great thing about growing up with the game is
Yeah, that's
it's like
true.
look at Pokemon, we've got adult money now.
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Minecraft is it could they're saying maybe Mission Impossible will be or something, but right now it's the moneymaker for the year.
Yes.
We'll have to wait and see. There's some Marvel movies coming out too, but yeah, that'd be kind of funny if Minecraft turned out to be the big winner for the year because it did hit over some people's spring break, so I think that helped too. Get some people into the theaters. But yeah, that would be. I think that would be the upset if it ends up beating out the summer blockbusters. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, Marvel Rivals. So this game came out basically right before Christmas. I got a release date for December 6th, and you've been playing for a while now. Now, what do you play mostly?
Hands down, Luna Snow. You should know. I mean, now it's a strategist in Marvel, but let's be honest, she's a healer, and I'm always going to be your healer. I'm a sorcerer in Diablo. I spent 15 years as a priest on World of Warcraft, so I don't see any reason I shouldn't continue being a healer.
There you
Luna,
go.
she's just like a disc priest, I still have that, ability to take down flyers, and I've got 2 self heals. I love her versatility, and she is still a powerful healer with her basically 15, second dance of invulnerability and, everyone around me,
Right. So
which
you
is
just hit
also
on something.
interchangeable for damage.
Correct. Yeah. So you hit on something. You called her a strategist or strategist. Strategist.
Strategist,
I'm sorry.
yes.
And that means healer basically.
Mhm.
And then they have two other classes: Vanguard, and then what do they call DPS? Duelist. Duelist.
Right.
Yeah,
which
so
is
that's kind of got that WoW kind of effect where
a
you
WoW
need.
dungeon group is a 5-man comp, and it's
Yeah,
6v6 in Marvel, so it's, right up my alley. You're still you've got the same comp, maybe an extra healer there, but you're still running tank DPS and your heals in the back, like, legitimately as you're moving. It is a bit
correct. Yeah, you're moving as a
that's
group. Yeah,
I have
most
it.
of
I
the
mean,
time.
yeah, I'm so addicted to it. As soon as I started playing, it is a just like despite being a DC fan, Marvel movies are so well done, and I think this game really has that, good comic book, little nostalgic plus, the current game style that's being played right now.
Okay, so you just said something I wanted to hit on. Comic books in this game. That's the connection. So, had you ever heard of Luna Snow before Marvel Rivals? Because she's a pretty,
A
I
little
don't want
niche
to say,
character, yeah.
yeah.
She's technically based from Tokyo. Give me one moment.
So she
Yeah.
came out in the Agents of Atlas, which I'll be honest with you, I just brushed it aside. I mean, it, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, it just was another title. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the thing. I think they picked up some maybe some characters that were not super popular in the Marvel world.
Yeah, Marvel Future Fight, I think is what she was actually created for.
Okay.
And so that's
Oh,
how
that's the mobile game, isn't it?
yes, and she's from South Korea.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. I forgot about that game.
Seol Hee is actually, her name being from South Korea, Seol Hee, so it's not Luna Snow, it's Seol Hee, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Correct me, please, if I'm
Okay, that's pretty cool. So there is some lore there.
yeah, I'm right at, this may be calling my short playing out, but I'm almost a lord status on her.
Nice. Yeah, so you're getting some time in with Luna Snow. Very nice. So let me ask you this: has playing Luna Snow made you want to go buy a comic book with Luna Snow in it?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like learning why this character has that specific alt, and they even have this friendly banter before it, and it really makes me wanna know a little more about their lore and start looking more into the character because now I'm obviously seeing the same set of characters over and over. So, that's how we start buying, memorabilia in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
we do something so much, we become familiar with it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going down that route currently.
Nice. Nice. Because I'll tell you, I think you just hit on something because so I've got a note here that says the first month on this video game for NetEase, it made 130 to 136 million dollars in the first month. And I don't.
$20 skins are very expensive, I will say that.
So I don't think, or I know Marvel was not ready for that kind of you know publicity. Basically,
They made it
um,
well.
they've hit some huge stats. I've got one here that says in the first 72 hours of the game there was 10 million players. So it'd been downloaded 10 million times
I
across the
believe
platform,
it.
and then within 2 weeks it was 20 million players. Huge numbers. It says at one
Uh,
time the peak number was 644,269 people. At one time, was on Marvel Rivals.
how are those servers doing?
Yeah, yeah. At that time, especially early on. Yeah,
A
I
lot
mean,
of
I
growing
think
pains,
it's.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, but I think it's thrown so much light on to Marvel comics in general that would never have seen them before.
Absolutely. You mentioned that, Luna Snow is such a niche character, and now she's becoming such a big part of being part of that niche character selection of Marvel Rivals. And
Yeah.
definitely, I really hope to see maybe, her comics do just a little peak of, sales, perhaps finding a little more, niche ones that aren't currently still on the shelves. So,
Oh,
maybe
don't you worry. Marvel
it'd be a good
has
time to cash in.
realized
Oh,
they missed the boat and they have announced your Marvel Rival titles. So don't worry. But it's taken them a while. Your first Marvel Rival comic book came out last month on the 2nd. And, comic books maybe $3.99. They knew what they had. This one came out at $5.99. And so they were ready. They said, we missed the boat, but we're here to make our money.
make up for lost time is what it sounds like. They get that back
Yep.
pay. Like,
And your next one, actually, your other one just hit. So uh, one of the popular characters you hear people talk about is Jeff the Shark. I'm not sure if people actually want to play him, or if they just like that he would show
Uh,
up at the end.
I get a team boost. It boosts my critical healing when I play with Jeff. It's a team up ability, actually. I have two team abilities, and Jeff is one of them.
Okay.
And right now in the store, they have him in like a pink, snuggy, kind of like bunny suit that you can purchase on the store. I don't even play Jeff, and I think I'm going to get it just in case I ever do, because I love teaming up with Jeff and the joy that it brings me to see that little
Exactly. Yeah, I think so. And so their comic book that came out was it's Jeff for Jeff Week, like Discovery Channel's Shark Week. Only it's Jeff
I
Week.
love that. I love that. I see what you did there, Marvel. I see what
Yep.
you did.
And don't you worry, it was $5.99 too. So they were,
Premium.
yeah, they're ready to make some money. But I am surprised that it did take them till April to cash in, because I'm sure somebody, right off the bat was like, "Holy cow!" Or if anybody's even paying attention at Marvel, that
Maybe they just had a really long debate over that 5.99 price.
I don't think that was part of the thing.
Can we get away with it?
I think they were. I think they scrambled for artists to start instantly when they saw that come in, and
Mhm.
it's got a very nice. Peach Momoko is an artist, and it looks a lot like Peach Momoko stuff. It really does. It's got that nice manga feel to it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Pretty
I
good
look
stuff.
I look
I
forward to
did
picking
pull
it
some.
up.
So, do you ever play anybody else, or just let us know?
If I'm not quick enough, which is very rare, I will play Cloak and Dagger, which guess what? Strategist.
That's true. Cloak and Dagger.
You can
That is a very popular character. So I pulled some numbers, and I'm going to quiz you on them. So this is
I know there's gonna be a test.
no. Well, this is a fun test. This isn't that
Okay.
kind of test. So these are the same numbers under Quick Play for PC and console. Who do you think the number one play? Now these are going to be lagging by a couple of weeks, but who do you think the number one played character is on Marvel Rivals in Quick Play, not competitive Quick Play?
I want to say the Punisher, but no, no. I think it's gonna
Oh,
be
that's a good one.
Iron Man.
That's a good one.
But Moon Knight. Moon Knight's the easiest. So maybe it's oh hi Margrave. Um Moon Knight. No, I think Moon Knight because he's basically the rocket launcher in a game.
Yeah, he can really do some damage. If somebody can play Margrave, if somebody can play Moon Knight well, oh my gosh! I mean, they come down from the sky and you're basically dead, especially a strategist. But no, it's not who I thought at all. Now you got to remember, this is lagging by a couple of weeks. I don't even know if Emma Frost was out yet, but it has under PC and console number one played character for quick play is the Thing. Yeah, I was trying to put that together. I don't know if this is because this data is a little bit, like I said, lagging, or if it's when you're on quick play, you can group up. So is everybody trying to be the Fantastic Four? Are they, are they making, because they connect. Each of them have abilities with each other.
Hmm. I'm getting so tired of that. Ha ha. Ha ha. That's him like springing around.
Yeah, that is annoying. All right, who do
Oh,
you think
that's
number two is?
listen, I don't know now, honestly.
Well, this plays into what I just told you.
Okay, the Jeff then.
Nope, with the Fantastic Four, it's Invisible Woman. The Invisible
Okay.
Woman is the second most played. So I
I and
think people have heard me on
honestly,
that.
okay, and I'm definitely gonna throw out for the tank is definitely gonna be Dommy Mommy, which is ice shards. What is she? What, I don't even know. All I
Oh, Emma
know is
Frost. Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's right. She has a name.
yeah.
She has a name.
All right. Now this is back to the third player. Now this one's not a shock. The third under quick play is Cloak and Dagger, which I thought that was going to be the number one, to be honest with you. But
Really?
but I
I
guess under go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
I was saying under quick play, I think you in quick play you get a lot more groups together. You know what I mean? Like a lot more people can play together under quick play. So I think you get friends and family playing together, and you know
A more
getting
plethora,
yeah. I think
variety.
so.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Who do you think the number one is under competitive?
Oh, I don't know nothing anymore. I give up.
This one makes
I'm
it.
kind of embarrassing myself. I
This
really
is
thought my
Cloak and
Moon
Dagger
Knight.
because Cloak and Dagger. I mean, that's a strong character. You know what I mean? You get a
That's
lot
why
of
it's my
damage.
go-to. It's so yeah, I feel like it's so good that even I could play it. I don't mean to, belittle the actual good players, but, definitely if I could just figure out what to do when I'm in the DPS cloak thing, because just in her healer form, I was very confused, but it definitely I needed to go back to Luna Snow until I played some more AI.
All right. The Invisible Woman came in second under competitive, so she holds the second spot in quick play and competitive.
I
Yeah,
guess that's yeah, probably always the other healer on the team is invisible if I don't unless I get lucky with a Jeff.
Susan.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, rock and roll. And then this one tripped me up. Now I know there's some hacks and stuff like that people do with him, but the third player under competitive, the third most played character is Doctor Strange.
You take your portals away from me, sir. No. No, because I'm that person who's just, as a good healer that I am, I'm standing on the point, and then all of a sudden, I'm not standing on the ground anymore. There is a hole that has developed underneath me, and I'm no longer on said point, and I'm just over here. And then, oh, if they put it in front of you as soon as you spawn, that's really fun too. So on that
Yeah,
portal
that one. I
mischief.
see that one pretty dirty too. Gets
That
a lot of
portal
people.
mischief, I believe it.
All right, so we've covered your favorite player. Oh, here's one. Who do you think the least played character is on competitive? This is not
I
a
wish
shock.
it was Groot.
Oh, now, why do you wish that?
Listen, I know those walls can be so strategic, but at the end of the day, they're just in my way. Okay,
Now
listen,
yeah, they do block
LOS.
some healing.
I
Yeah,
mean, only a healer could stress the LOS problem that you have
right.
as a healer. That's one
Yeah,
thing I will cue in my mic to yell LOS. Don't complain to me about heals. If you can't see me, I can't see you. Okay,
that's true. Yeah,
so his walls.
yeah.
But very
I see
strategic,
that.
I understand. Okay, what is it?
Black Widow. That didn't come as a shock to me.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
I don't see her very often at all. She has a skin in this month's battle pass, if I'm not mistaken.
okay, she had one in the
I think
last one too.
really? It's the black and red one. Is it not second or third tier? I may be
I can't remember.
mistaken, but
Hmm.
how do you feel about Hawkeye?
Well, some people can do a lot of damage with him. There's no doubt, but he's in that. You have to be good.
Mhm.
Your aim's got to be good, and
Ok
it's not going to be for the general audience. That's for sure.
mhm.
But then, a lot of the duelists are not for the general audience. You've seen Spider-Man be played by the 13-year-old that can't kill one person, and you've seen him be played by the 13-year-old that's an
Oh, but
expert and
yeah.
cleans out everybody in the back row. So yeah, I
Yep.
think it's whatever you
Hit
practice and
hit or
get good at.
miss. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know when I load in sometimes and somebody picks Wolverine and Spider Man, I'm either like, all right, these are the Jedi, or these are just some annoying kids.
Are we on Naboo or where are we at here? These I was
All
watching
right,
a video.
so total revenue for the NetEase company in 2024 was $11.5 billion. Now, that's not all for Marvel Rivals. That's not all Marvel Rivals, but they're saying majority of it was from Marvel Rivals. I'm sure you've heard stories like I have of people who bought every skin when it came out.
$20 a pop
Yeah,
explains that.
exactly.
I mean, again, I'm very familiar with buying skins, but I was a little taken back because you got to think a battle pass is usually 25 and you're getting multiple skins in there.
Yeah,
So the fact that they were, but I paid that $20 for that Luna Snow skin. Hey, I got a really cool icon and a banner with it. So,
right. You get a little some add-ons. That's right. That
yeah.
helps. That helps exactly. Um, you know, I play. I don't play as much as you do, but when I do play, it's pretty. I guess I'm trying to maximize my time, so I try to get the challenges done. So I'm not always on the same person, but I was not. I didn't think they would do Emma Frost in a way they did Emma Frost. When I heard the announcement, I was like, Emma Frost is a tank. How is that going to work? Um, I honestly thought that she would probably be a healer when I first heard, or maybe a duelist. But yeah, Emma Frost as a tank kind of blew me back. Um, so that might be my favorite character right now for one other reason. A month ago, we had Chris Bocciolo in town who did the cover for an X Force title with Emma Frost on it in her black outfit. And of course, I got him to sign it. And then all of a sudden, she shows up in Marvel Rivals with the black outfit. So I'm like, oh, what? So I was pretty excited about that. But yeah, I think
I would
that's
be as well.
I'm probably best with the Punisher, like you said. Punisher can dish out some damage, but I probably like playing Emma Frost or one of the strategists. I like Invisible Woman, Susan, and I like Luna Snow. Yeah, Luna Snow's a lot of fun too. There's no doubt about that.
I'm not gonna be
But
playing her with you though.
do you ever find yourself going so fast on Luna Snow that you've left all your tanks and everybody behind you, and you're like, "What? Wait a second."
Every start of every game. I
Yeah,
have what I've learned to do is go like this. Okay, because sometimes I
side to
try to
side.
take the
Okay.
long way around and I get lost. I have
Yeah.
definitely gotten lost. I got lost today in a match, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that whole left and right
Yeah.
works out great until everyone splits. But
Okay.
yeah, because she is quick, but that is so great,
Oh,
during
it's
a match
nice.
to
Yeah, it's
get
nice to be able
back.
to travel. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a Doctor Strange. He moves snail speed, you know.
Right. Yeah. Some of the tanks do. Yeah.
So slow, but not Emma.
Yeah.
Those yeah.
No. Um, so let me ask you this. They are saying that and this could be the new hype's over. They had hit some big numbers even in February. They had 40 million downloads, but they're saying it's on the decline. What do you feel like may be causing some of that? Do you feel like it's on the decline? Have you noticed anything?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would if it had because I'm right now, I haven't even pushed max level. I'm not even 50 yet. So I don't think I've definitely been able to like pick up the queue times like I
Got you.
would naturally. I'm gonna be honest with you, I
So
haven't
they'll
had the
probably
motivation
get
to
longer
want
the
to.
higher you get up in rank. Is
See,
that what
that's
you're
what I
thinking?
think, yeah.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
honestly and again, I haven't been playing much, so I really haven't been like, "Man, those queues back in the day were totally different," because
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
with
I
the
don't notice anything, but I get on maybe twice a week if I'm lucky. Um,
right, and I see that's me. Sometimes I'm early in the morning or middle of the afternoon,
yeah,
rarely late n like this, but
I got you. So I did read some stuff. They People were saying that the competitive balance, like I guess all your characters, there's a big swing, like Black Widow versus the Punisher. That's a
if pushing you to have
yeah,
that variety because of somebody you base I mean, it's kinda like Pokemon, if they've got a fire Pokemon, you're gonna need some water, you know? Even though you really wanted to play that, Oddish, maybe you shouldn't be bringing an Oddish to a Charizard fight. I don't know.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean that whole competitive. I think. Oh, here you go. Hobson's got some stuff here to say about it.
I'm gonna be
Oh,
yeah.
now
I
he's now
mean
he's using. You can't be coming in here being all smart, Jeremy. Come on now.
I mean, that's kinda like saying about Minecraft, something that's withstood
That's
the test
true.
of time.
Yeah, yeah. Logins is true. Yeah, would be and if I yeah that would be a better metric. He's absolutely correct. No doubt. Um, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think character balance and then player balance, like I said, sometimes you'll get in with the Jedi and sometimes you'll get in with the kid. You just never know.
Gotta love a pug, a good pickup group.
No doubt, no doubt. Um, yeah, so we talked about the comic. We hit all the highlights there. Now you do a little bit of streaming sometimes. You do a little TikTok stuff like that. And
I've been streaming Marvel Rivals on TikTok.
nice.
Just
Okay.
because it's super easy to pull up my TikTok studio, I'm on there usually anyway, being, just socially hanging out. So it's something that I kind of feel like I could find a few good gamer people on there. Actually, speaking of, that is exactly what happened. On Tuesdays, and I think I forgot what other day, Tuesday and something, we have a solid 5 out of 6 man team.
Nice.
Yeah, and we get off at a pretty decent hour because
Good.
I go to bed early, but, they do
Yeah.
too. But, yeah, jump on Tuesday because, like I say, we had a 5 out of 6, and we were just wrecking shop. As long as our pug didn't go AFK, literally just the most minimal effort is all we
Right.
needed. I mean, we
Yeah.
were just wrecking shop because we weren't having all those pugs, worrying about if we are gonna get the Jedi or
Yeah.
what else
Exactly.
is left at the
No,
bottom
that's
of the
cool.
barrel.
Now, when you group up, right? It's only quick play, right?
Well, I haven't tried because this is the first time us playing together, so we all just didn't
Okay.
run into
Yeah.
competitive.
But you guys played quick play, right?
Yes, that's we did about
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you have to. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you have to. So you hit on something earlier too, and I forgot to talk to you about it. That you were more of a DC fan, and now Marvel Rivals is here, and you're kind of being exposed to more Marvel characters.
Right,
So
and they're not letting Gal Gadot do another, Wonder Woman movie,
right,
Marvel's stealing my heart.
slowly it's happening. So
Luna Snow's my new Wonder Woman, apparently.
so that's what I was getting ready to say. Do you feel like some of these characters have bypassed some of your old beloved DC characters?
Honestly, no, I'm not wowed
No.
about, Luna Snow, like, her whole music personality. I have
Right.
no rhythm, I can't sing, I have a nasally voice in general, like, clearly music is not inclined, but she runs around on roller skates and, I still rollerblade, so
Awesome.
we've got that in common, I guess.
Awesome.
Um, but,
Awesome.
it's again, I love playing a really fun to play, easy, game that is vibrant like this game where people are easy to and it's free to play, jump in. It's what's hot
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Very
It's
cool.
been pretty great. I mean, again, I'm not sure that, how long this is gonna last, but right now I am extremely pleased once again with what Marvel has produced.
Nice. So maybe somebody at DC, I know DC is more of a licensing company now than an actual company, but maybe somebody will be like, hey, we need one of those games.
What about Justice? Wasn't
Uh,
that what it was called? Because they
I don't even know.
did. They already have one. No, they already had
Oh,
one.
you mean the fighting game, the Mortal Kombat style game?
Wasn't that yeah, we played, you and I.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's
been a
been a
while,
while.
but what was
Yeah,
that?
this is probably not as big as Marvel Rivals. Well, I mean, I guess for the
It
time period
wasn't.
it could
I'm
be.
just saying DC
Yeah,
had some movies and then Marvel
that's
had
true.
some
Yes, true.
movies.
Injustice. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Injustice, thank you.
yeah. Good call,
I said
Jeremy.
Justice, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what the kind of vibe it's giving me. I mean, they both made games, but one's just a lot better.
yeah. But they haven't made an Injustice in a while, though, right? That's kind of an older title.
Exactly, yeah, I
Yeah,
will say that.
it's
That's why I was having
it's
a hard
due for
time
something
recalling it.
new. Yeah, maybe something
It wasn't
cool.
it yeah, it wasn't terrible, but it definitely didn't have the allure that this Marvel has definitely taken a
Yeah.
hold of me.
And usually, if they see one, DC or Marvel sees one doing something awesome, the other one will jump on board, fairly quick.
Anything
So I know
anything you
video
could do, I
games.
could do better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, each character in DC or Marvel usually has their sister character or brother character in the other one. So yeah, that'll be cool to see if they answer back. I know these games take a long time to make, so it may be a minute, but that'd be cool to answer back. Rock and roll. All right, I don't want to keep you on here all night, but I appreciate you stopping by, chatting Marvel Rivals with us, and I hope you hit Lord very soon with Luna Snow.
Thank you, appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
I'll
very
see you,
cool.
saving the timeline.
Absolutely. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, all I've got left here to cover with you guys is we've still got some Paradox Reckoning going on. Rick's not here to share it, so I'm going to be sharing it here for him. It should pop up there here. Let's pop it in. Bam! So, Paradox Reckoning is on Kickstarter right now in the preview mode, or as they say, launching soon. You can check it out there from Kickstarter, or you can hit up our cool website. We've been having some, some cool contests on there. Pop it in there, yeah. Resolute Bliss, you can hit it up on there. Of course, as we scroll through it, it's it's got all our, I guess you could say, up and coming titles. Uh, Paradox Chronicles, that main cover there is from Keith Williams. He's going to be a guest on the show here, I think, in 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So we look forward to talking to Keith Williams. He did the original Chronicles cover back in the day, Warlock Chronicles. So it was pretty cool that he was able to knock out a cover for Paradox. Um, Scroll down, we've talked about our other characters. Moonblade was getting closer and closer. I'm currently building the Kickstarter for Moonblade, so that's pretty exciting. We've lined up some nice stuff, metal covers that I'm hoping are just knocking it out of the ballpark. That cover there is by Gus Mock. I hope to have something by Heroes Con. We'll be at Heroes Con and Gus will be there, so that'd be cool if we can get him to sign it. Oz the Emerald Nightmare, this this is going to be a fun title, and I know Rick's had a lot of fun writing it. I know Les has had a lot of fun drawing it. Some of these characters are beautiful. I actually skimmed through Rick's tour book today. Actually, I was trying to find something specific in it, and man, it is just some of the stories that he has written out coming out of Oz the Nightmare and Emerald are great. His other character, Raid, I know is very early in development. Basically, it's your swamp creature, and he's a big Swamp Thing fan, so that's coming around. 42 Teeth, I need to update this, but that is the 42 Teeth logo. It is also going to be not too far behind Moonblade, and I need to start knocking some of it out. And one that's not on here is my Axes and Mysticism story, Savage Axes of Wolfheart. But yeah, we're looking forward to some great stuff coming out. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just an exciting time, man. Where each week it seems something cool's going down. This is happening, that's happening. Pieces are falling into place. Everybody's having a good time. But we will be back here next Thursday live. Uh, Hoping Rick can make it. If Rick can't make it, I'll be here, hopefully talking to somebody. If not, I'll be talking to you. So I hope everybody out there has a great week, a great evening. Stay healthy, and join us in the comments and other things, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Have a good night.